Hey everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of Texan AG Weekly. I'm your host, Taylor Kennedy. In this week's episode, we will be talking about news and agriculture from Tarleton State University, the Stephenville area, and national agriculture. This week, Tarleton celebrates homecoming with the theme Ever Forward, Ever Onward. Many organizations will be participating in the traditions throughout the week. This year will be the second year that all of the student organizations from the Agriculture and Consumer Sciences Department will have a float in the parade on Saturday. Last year, the combined organizations took home first place, and they hope to do the same this year. If you would like to participate in the float building or would like to ride the float, visit the Ag Consumer Sciences office in the Joe W. Autry Ag Building for more information. Another event happening this weekend is the Ag Alumni Breakfast. Here's a video with a little more information about the event, courtesy of the Tarleton Agriculture and Consumer Sciences Department.
The Alumni Breakfast is an opportunity to remain in contact with our alumni over the years. We do it is that as well. It's to maintain a relationship, to show an appreciation for and maintain contact with them. They're a vital source of new students, a great source to network and place our graduates and so forth. So it's very important to stay in contact with our alumni and everything we do.
One of the more interesting things about this particular homecoming event is that it has been going on since the 1980s when Mr. Chumney and Mr. Westbrook had the first breakfast.
Mr. Chumney and Mr. Westbrook started this probably in the very early 80s, so it's been going on 20 plus years, nearly 30 years I guess.
In the past, the alumni breakfast was held in the women's gymnasium and then the original dining hall. While it was on campus, the agriculture department had the university prepare and cook the breakfast for all attendees. Since the university and department has grown, the alumni breakfast has been moved to the Southwest Regional Dairy Center that was built in 2011. Currently, the faculty and staff of the Department of Agriculture and Consumer Resources cook the sausage, bacon, eggs, biscuits, and gravy that make up the breakfast that is served. The department decided that this would add more of a personal touch to the event. Tarleton Agriculture alumni come from all over to attend the breakfast. Although everyone is a part of our Tarleton family, some notable public figures include Mr. Carl Chumney, class of 1954, former United States Congressman Charlie Stenholm, class of 1959, Texas State Representative Sid Miller, and Tarleton State University's President Dr. Dominic DeTavio and his wife, Dr. Lizette DeTavio, also can be heard from during the alumni breakfast. While the location has changed over the years, one thing has remained constant: tradition and a commitment by college faculty to provide a meaningful fellowship opportunity for alumni both new and old.
If you are an alumni or staff member or would like to attend the breakfast, it begins at 8 Saturday morning and will end just in time for the parade. This past weekend, Tarleton's rodeo team traveled to Perryton, Texas to compete in the college rodeo hosted by Frank Phillips College. Tarleton had more than 15 of their team members qualify for the short round. The men's team won first place this weekend. Cody Lamb won the bareback riding average and Kyle Parrish won the calf roping. Next week, the team will be traveling to Lubbock, Texas to compete in their final rodeo of the semester. At the Texas State Fair, Texan AG Weekly contributor Katie Armstrong had the opportunity to interview a student about how she got involved in showing goats at the Texas State Fair.
My name is Maggie Luton, and I'm from Helotes 4-H, from Bexar County 4-H in San Antonio, Texas. I've been showing goats for 10 years, sheep for 1, and steers for 5. I started all of this when my brother started an FFA about 5 years ago. I always went out with them to feed their goats, work their goats, and show their goats. So that's kind of how I got into it, and I fell in love with it when they were there. So I showed at the state fair 2 years ago with a big goat, 115 pounds, and I'm not a big girl, so it was a little hard for me to show my goat. But what made me come back for my senior year, for my last year, was how welcome everybody made me feel, how awesome it was, how fun it was to be here at the state fair. Everybody was so helpful, everybody was so welcoming. When I showed my goat, they would help me walk him if I couldn't walk him myself. So for my senior year, for my last year, I wanted that last feeling. So when I leave, then I know I have the memories of that so I can recommend it to other people when they come to state fair. So as I said before, I've been showing goats for 10 years, and my big goal, my major goal, was to win Grand Champion. And last year at my county show, it was early January, I gladly and blessed enough to win Grand Champion goat for the first time ever. And that was the best feeling in the world, because I have worked so hard up to that point, and I think that's the biggest lesson that everybody can learn, is that hard work truly pays off, because that's what I have learned this past year. There is a lot of hard work and things that do pay off when you do this project, not only at the barn but also at shows. You do work very hard when you're working with your animals at home, but when you get here, the preparation is non-stop. When you move in, when you weigh, when you drench your animal, when you prepare it, all up to that second you go in the show ring. It's very crazy sometimes, but it truly pays off once you go in that ring and you do well.
Thank you, Katie. In Texas news, the Texas Rose Festival will be held this weekend in Tyler, Texas. For more than 80 years, people have come from all over the state to attend the ceremonious events at the festival. Among the events being celebrated are the Queen's Coronation, the Rose Show, the Queen's Tea, and the Rose Parade. The festival started in 1933 by community leaders that wanted to promote the community and their local rose growers. This year, the festival will be held October 15th through October 18th. For more information, visit texasrosefestival.com. According to the National Day calendar, yesterday was National Farmers Day. Previously known as the Old Farmers Day, this day is celebrated annually on October 12th in order to pay tribute to all farmers throughout history. Some cities and towns throughout the country have their own versions of National Farmers Day, with celebrations and festivals on various dates throughout the year. October is most fitting for this day because it's near the end of the harvest. Don't forget to thank a farmer for the hard work they do to provide us with food and clothes. That wraps up this week's episode of Texan Ag Weekly, a product of the Texan News Service at Tarleton State University on the Stephenville campus. Don't forget to check us out on Twitter at Texan Ag Weekly and at TexanNews.net. Happy homecoming from all of us here at Texan Ag Weekly, and have a great week, y'all.